brings you in? I've been having shortness of breath and chills, and I feel really tired, and I obviously have a really bad cough. And when I eat, I sometimes feel nauseous. Okay. I'm just gonna take your heart rate if that's okay. Oh wow, your heart rate seems to be up. Let me just feel your forehead. And you seem to have a fever. So, when you cough, is there any mucus or... Yeah, do you want to see? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna sanitize my hands. We don't want to spread whatever it is you have. Okay, I have a suspicion as to what it is, but I'm gonna get you to do a chest x-ray, if that's okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll do that, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay? Thank you.
Air travels down the trachea and then divides into the right and left bronchi that enter the lungs. The left lung is divided into 2 lobes, and the right lung is divided into 3. The bronchi then go further into smaller divisions called bronchioles. At the end of the bronchioles are tiny grape-like sacs called alveoli. The alveoli are surrounded by capillaries. This is where gas exchange happens. Using simple diffusion across the respiratory membrane, O2 goes from the alveoli into the blood, and CO2 moves from the blood and enters the alveoli. Normally, the lungs have antibodies and cilia that keep out bacteria and foreign material. But with pneumonia, the body's defense mechanisms may be weak due to illness or age. This depresses the immune system response. Pneumonia can be acquired through aspiration or airborne means. Bacteria can often be found in healthy individuals, but will not cause infection because they are not immunocompromised. The bacteria that enters the alveoli triggers an inflammatory reaction which generates infectious fluid from dead microbes, dead antibodies, mucus, white blood cells, and fluid from surrounding blood vessels. This is why, when you cough, the mucus can look rusty, green, or tinged with blood. The mucus blocks gas exchange, which can create the symptom of shortness of breath. Pneumonia will normally start in the upper portions of the respiratory tract and move down into the lower structures.
Since fluid in the alveolar sacs is blocking gas exchange, it is causing an acid-base imbalance. When alveolar ventilation is low, as in the case of pneumonia, blood pH will be lowered. Changes in respiratory rate can have a great effect on blood pH as it changes the amount of carbonic acid in the blood, thus making pH lower. A patient with pneumonia will suffer from acidosis due to the fact that their blood has become more acidic because of increased amount of carbonic acid. A symptom of pneumonia is rapid breathing rate, because it quickly flushes out CO2, which reduces the amount of carbonic acid in the blood. This is to try and return to homeostasis and normal blood pH. In regards to the 3 key concepts, pneumonia affects homeostasis because the fluid in the alveolar sacs is blocking gas exchange, thus affecting the amount of oxygen getting into body tissues, which leads to disruption in body functions. Not getting enough oxygen could lead to the symptom of fatigue. As the body works to increase oxygen levels around the body that were disrupted, it increases heart rate, which in turn increases blood pressure and puts strain on the blood vessels. Cell membrane. The respiratory membrane acts as a blood-air barrier. Normally, O2 and CO2 would pass through the respiratory membrane using simple diffusion. In pneumonia, the mucus in the alveoli lessens the ability of simple diffusion across the respiratory membrane. Proteins. During the infection, phagocytotic cells of the immune system digest bacterial products and release pyrogenic cytokines, which in turn signal the hypothalamus to raise body temperature, creating the symptom of fever.
Hello. So we got your test results back, and you have bacterial pneumonia, which means I'm going to put you on some antibiotics, and it should clear up in a couple weeks.
Okay, that sounds good.
Here's your prescription.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.